Yeah, good morning and a very warm welcome to this graduation of the Environmental Technology and International Affairs Master of Science graduates. It's a pleasure to be here in such sunny times. It's also a good point where you can celebrate your graduation. It's the to the sky, the top of TU Wien. So you reach the top more or less, but unfortunately only for your Master of Science studies. We expect that you have a good foundation for further career steps. Why is this program necessary? In media, we always have the discussion of sustainability. Unfortunately, for a very long time, I published my first publication on sustainability, I think 1993 or 4, so it's a long time ago, and the progress is still marginal. Nevertheless, I think it's necessary to build extensive skills and a good knowledge base on this topic. And in particular, the combination is unique and necessary. On the one hand, many sustainability initiatives based on the use of technology. So using technology is a necessary foundation on the one hand. On the other hand, I think it's also a necessary requirement to impose international rules in order to create a global framework for enhancing sustainability. Only if we work together on the countryside, we will be successful in creating a sustainable future worldwide. So we are really proud that you finally reached the top of your studies and we can start the graduation. In this building, this is a, how is it called? Plus energy office tower. So we produce more energy in this building, giving back to the power grid instead of using electricity, for example. So it's a highly innovative building where you celebrate your graduation. This is, again, a good example of using modern technology for enhancing sustainability. And I guess you are more than 40 years in a company or in an international organization where you have to make decisions on sometimes sustainable topics and technological topics. So you might end up your career in 40 years, 2063. It's a long time, and a lot of upcoming technologies and other topics will emerge and will challenge your decision-making processes. If you go back to 40 years, 1983, we lack of computer technology, of advanced computer technology. We have the Cold War, and we have other challenging situations in life. So we move forward, and it's good foundation to expand your knowledge base in being able, making decisions during the upcoming 10, 20, 40 years to come. So it's also a pleasure to welcome you to the, as graduates to this celebration, and the family members, clearly. It's always nice to have the next generation in the room. But it's also a pleasure to say a warm welcome to Ambassador Emil Brix and his spouse. Well, welcome to our graduation. Vice Rector, Professor Matyas from TU Wien, Professor Hans Puxbaum and Professor Gerhard Loibl from TU Wien and from the Vienna School of International Affairs. And it's also a pleasure to have the former CEO of ARA in our celebration, Professor Christoph Scharff. A very warm welcome from this side, and in the second row we have also the head of the programs of the Academy of Continuing Education from TU Wien, Katharina Puruka, in our group. And clearly the staff of the Vienna School of International Affairs and the TU Wien Academy for Continuing Education, also a warm welcome. And thank you very much for organizing all these graduation celebration, but also for organizing the entire program. So for the welcome speech, it's a pleasure to have Ambassador Dr. Emil Brix on the podium. Thank you very much.
Good morning, dear soon-to-be graduates, first of all. You're no longer in our corridors. You're here now. Good morning to all our colleagues from the TU here, to all those who are responsible for this program, have been responsible for organizing this program for such a long time. Good morning to someone who has been supporting this program for a very long time, with choosing the best candidates here. Your names have all been mentioned. But I think the most important is the family around you, which joins this day with you. You may remember at the beginning, when we had inauguration at the building of the Academy, I talked about family, that you should experience your time here with the colleagues here as part of an enlarged family with so many different experiences and so many dreams and ideas that you have. And I simply hope that these years helped you to shape a little bit what you feel about this. You heard, as far as contents is concerned, that sustainability is one of the principles of this program, has always been of this program. And I know that you helped us even as a group when we had problems with how to save energy at the Academy, how to save electricity. And I think these sort of things that you understand, not that you are the last generation, you're not the last generation, but that you understand how dramatic the changes are. And that to a certain extent, we have, through innovation, the chance to do something about it. We cannot mitigate everything that climate change will mean and climate crisis will mean. We cannot do that. But you can make a contribution to that. And that's what we hope that we could give you through the studies of international affairs, actually, and the technological side here in Vienna. And Vienna, actually, let me say this, I feel honored that the title of ETIA 15, of your course, is Page. Page. For those of you who don't understand the word page, it's the best name for Vienna. It's used in the Serbian language, it's used in various Slavic languages. Not in all of them, by the way, but you know it better than I. And it shows simply, this is a multicultural place, not only our universities, but also Vienna, and your group is multicultural. You come from 3 different continents, from, I think, 9 different countries, if I count this correctly. And what I love most is 2/3 of you are women. That's good. We are always criticized by our authorities as a diplomatic academy, that our faculty is white males beyond 60. You know how they are called. I don't mention the word. But at least our students are not. Not only are they younger, but okay, but they are much more female simply. We always have a majority, normally a small majority of female students here. And you can feel that in the years when they look ever, how they work here. And I know that you as a group had tried your best also to be beyond everybody else during the extracurricular time of the year. Being great in partying, being great, but also in the student societies. I think it was your group which started first time the African Society at the Diplomatic Academy. Congratulations. You should give them applause for the African Society. but you were also active in the music society and our societies, and you were active in the DASICON conference, so the big student conference on deglobalization. Well, some of you were actually even in 2 of these. And you wrote articles for your own magazine, Polemics. Thank you for that as well. So this is part of what I said. I hope that you enjoyed in these 2 years and that you will take with you that it's not only about the academic quality, which must be the first interest of our faculty and is the first interest. But I can tell you also from my experience how important it is that you have this emotional intelligence to understand what other people want and what they need and what is necessary and how to react to changes. That's what we tried to tell you. Please stay with us also as an alumnus, as an alumni. Join our club, Diplomatic Academy. Actually, I think you are, and I say this now every year since I'm director, which is a few years, I always say you are at least as close to the heart of the director of the Diplomatic Academy as my students or those students from the University of Vienna. And I hope you felt this, and I hope you will feel this also as an alumni. So I wish you also all the best for your future careers, but a bit more than for your careers. Please keep some of the idealism that is around at the Academy for the rest of your life. Think about others as well as yourself. It's worth it, and at least we tried to bring this also into your attention. I had the feeling that you will do this, but first of all, go out. I'm not so go out and flourish, but go out and find your way. And congratulations that in a few moments you will be already graduates, and you will also, 5 of you will also receive the diploma of the Diplomatic Academy. So all the best for the future for you, and congratulations to the family that you have such lovely young people. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this very nice welcome speech. And I open the floor now for Professor Kurt Matyas from TU Wien for his speech. The floor is yours.
So, thank you very much, Wolfgang. Dear graduates, dear Emil, and dear Professor Puxbaum, dear Professor Loibl. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, and transition. We are gathered here to celebrate the graduation of the 15th cohort of the interdisciplinary master's program in environmental technology and international affairs, or ETIA. It is a synonym already also at TU Wien. A groundbreaking program collaboratively offered by TU Wien and the Vienna School of International Studies at the Diplomatic Academy of Vienna. A pioneering initiative that equips its students with the knowledge and skills necessary to tackle the immense environmental challenges we face today on local, regional, and global levels. The program, combining perspectives from international issues with environmental technology, was conceived in the early 2000s by 2 forward-thinking professors, Professor Stepan from TU Wien and Professor Neudeck from Diplomatic Academy of Vienna. It was nurtured into reality by then Rector of TU Wien, Peter Skalitzky, and Director of the Diplomatic Academy, Jiří Gruza, alongside key planners Gerhard Loibl from Diplomatic Academy and Professor Hans Puxbaum from TU. So I'm happy that most of you are here now. And so the inaugurational cohort commenced their journey in 2007. And today we are here to celebrate the achievements of already the 15th cohort. Since the second cohort, graduating 2010, the ARA Best Study Award, initiated by CEO Professor Scharff, was granted to the best students of ETIA, and this award will be given again today to 3 outstanding students. The graduates we honor today have embarked a journey of exploration and discovery, guided by an internationally renowned faculty from TU Wien, University of Vienna, TU Graz, Agricultural University of Vienna, the International Institute of Applied System Analysis in Luxembourg, among others. So this journey has enabled you to comprehend and analyze complex environmental issues from juridical, economic, political, and technical points of view. So the curriculum allowed each one of you to investigate subjects that resonated with your individual passions, ranging from air and water quality management to the complex issues of climate change and resource and energy management. This robust education has prepared you for a professional career dealing with both current and future environmental challenges. For our graduates, I would like to take a look at ETIA's alumni, who have excellent in variety of fields, both nationally and internationally. Our alumni are distinguished in governmental bodies across several nations, large multinational corporations such as IBM, Siemens, Volvo, consultancies like KPMG or PricewaterhouseCoopers, international organizations like UNIDO, EAIA, national organizations as well as academia. Some has even ventured into entrepreneurship, launching their own startups. So the world is open for you, and I have no doubt you will make your mark. As you leave the halls of TU Wien and the Diplomatic Academy, you carry with you not just a degree, but a mission. The world faces profound environmental challenges. Now, more than ever, decision makers must have a broad understanding of the political, legal, economic, and technical issues involved in managing these challenges. As graduates of the ETI program, you are equipped with this understanding and the skills to apply it to the betterment of our planet. So as we celebrate today, remember that you are the stewards of our future. Your dedication, passion, and knowledge will be instrumental, ensuring the sustainable development of our world. You embody the conviction that unites TU Wien and the Diplomatic Academy of Vienna, a belief in the power of interdisciplinary learning to create innovative solutions to our most urgent problems. So, congratulations to this monumental achievement. We are incredibly proud of your accomplishments, and we can't wait to see where your journey takes you. On behalf of TU Wien and Diplomatic Academy of Vienna, we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the music. Opening the graduation ceremony is the pleasure of Professor Hans Puxbaum and Professor Gerhard Loibl. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Güttel. Dear audience, dear colleagues, I'm light-hearted about your speeches, and I'm absolutely the opinion that you have chosen a very, very challenging and interesting subject. And when you look here, you see you're more or less becoming sustainable managers or sustainable fighters or sustainable people. And I think that you have done very well. You're a very wonderful crowd. I enjoyed these 2 years with you very much. I thank also the parents to enable this partially, probably, likely. And I think we can now forward to the ceremony. Thank you very much.
Dear all, and most important, dear graduates to be in a few moments. Let me just add to what has been said before. You managed all these subjects in the 2 years. First at the Diplomatic Academy and now in the last year at the Technical University. When you listen to the news this morning, there are negotiations going on today, high-level meeting in Paris on climate finance. And all the issues which we discussed in the first year, we have been discussing the second year, will be coming up in the background. And that has been going on for some years, as you know very well. And just let me add a second example, and that is the ongoing negotiations for a plastic convention. The United Nations Environment Assembly last year decided within 2 years there is to be a convention to deal with plastic pollution. When you look at the documents which are now coming up out after the second round of negotiations, which took place at the beginning of this month in Paris, you will see all the subjects you have been covering in these 2 years are essential for these negotiations. You can't have a convention without having the scientific basis, without having the economic knowledge. We lawyers will come in later. We're not yet there that they need the lawyers. So I'm sure there's lots of things to do for you in the future. All the best for your careers, and thank you very much for this 1 year you were at the Diplomatic Academy. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
Anna Barthofer, the implications of a new proposal on the EU Urban Wastewater Treatment Directive for candidate countries on the example of Serbia. Maria Blomenhofer, the potential role of Posidonia oceanica for mitigating acidification on coastal waters of Europe, pass with distinction. Theresa Breit, balcony PV power plants in Austria, public support for adoption and differences in implementation between Austria and Germany, pass with distinction. Felix Bruch, an assessment of current efforts towards a circular economy, the case of chemical recycling with pyrolysis processes, pass with distinction. Mark Gregorian, EU Taxonomy, Fuel for Contemporary Energy Transition. Leonhard Hartinger, carbon dioxide emissions of coal-fired steam locomotives on Austrian railways and fuel adaptations in times of energy crisis and climate policy. Lilian Lundström Halbgebauer. Compliance of the Green Deal in Austria, the influence of individual behavioral changes on the climate goals 2030-2050. Milos Nesic, the future innovative technologies for radioactive waste processing and its disposal. Georgine Kala-Odero. Textile waste management in Kenya. Textile waste management in Kenya, an investigation into the current practices and opportunities for improvement. Emil Rieger, green hydrogen for the steel-making industry. Felicite Onana Ibogo. A framework for the sustainable management of water resources in Lake Chad. Anna Stanacevic, assessing the potential and viability of PV power plants in Serbia, CBA of Kolubara A PV power plant. Anna Strigl, Photovoltaic Project Development in Montenegro, a case study, pass with distinction. Kirutika Svanamaheshwaran, Sustainable Management of Green Corridors Below Overhead Lines in Europe. Anna Tutner, the authorization procedures for large-scale solar photovoltaic power plants in Kosovo, Albania, and Serbia, a SWOT analysis. And last but not least, Rupert Wimmer, non-financial energy saving policies for households, a comparative analysis, pass with distinction.
So it's now a great pleasure to hand over the ARA Altstoff Recycling Austria AG Best Study Award by Professor Christoph Scharff. He initiated this award, and it's a pleasure to have you here for your words and handover activity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean, Ambassador, Excellencies, members of the faculty, family and friends, and of course, dear graduates, now that you are graduates. ARA, over there on the roll-up, is Austria's leading service provider for the circular economy. Extended producer responsibility, that's the paradigm we're operating under. And ARA launched the ETIA Best Study Award to give you, the students, an incentive, a carrot without a stick, an incentive for performance and an incentive for excellence. And as far as I can tell, we succeeded because you succeeded. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank both institutions, the Vienna University of Technology, the Diplomatic Academy, the whole ETIA team, for the excellent cooperation over so many years. It's been a tremendous journey. To come to the awardees, we want to acknowledge, the best student. How do we know? For that purpose, we have an eminent jury led by Professor Puxbaum and Professor Loibl and Professor Feldkircher, and they took a look at your grades from both years, and they came up with a ranking. I have to admit, it was pretty tight this year. It was really a low or a tight margin, but we have a ranking. We have 3 awardees. The award comes with a certificate and a photo for your parents. But it also comes with a prize, and I will mention the prize when we go through the ceremony. So I'd like Isabel to support me as always. Please give a hand to Isabel. She's amazing. Ranked third with a prize of €3,000, Rupert Wimmer. Runner-up, ranked 2 with a prize of €5,000, Maria Blomenhofer. And the Best Study Award 2023 with a prize of €12,000 goes to Felix Bruch. So our congratulations go to all graduates. You all performed. For some of you, this day was a little bit more special than for others. All the best for the next step in your professional career. Way to go. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations also from our side to the award winners. Great studies. And thank you again to the CEO of ARA, Christoph Scharff. Now we have the valedictorians of the alumni. Now you are an alumni, and the stage is open for Anna Strigl, Theresa Breit, Maria Blomenhofer, Felicite Onana, and Rupert Wimmer.
Today marks the end of wonderful 2 years.
Therefore, we are going to revive the time we had before we start our future careers.
September 2021, the beginning of an eventful ride.
With mice and DLG, friends still by our side.
Having survived the first exam week and the time with our beloved friends and families,
we already felt like pros, fighting through the second trimester and ending it with a trip to Brussels, kicking us out of our casualties.
Traveling from Beach to Brussels by train, thanks to our personal ÖBB consultant Leonhard,
we were able to get a guided tour by Emil, visit the Delirium, EU institutions, and collect one or the other business card.
All in all, the first year was a blast, but suddenly, at the start of the second year, our cohort expanded.
This happened because Anna joined us and the Armenian eagle has landed.
Together in the battle against the fear of our weekly exams craving a drink,
we had to suffer setbacks when standing in front of a closed, huge sink.
Thanks to sarcastic comments by Milos, Anna's fabulous outfits, weirdest jokes by Felix, and a visit by Anna's dog, the classes never got boring.
But here we should also thank the professors who taught us about things like waste management, air chemistry, and energy storing.
After studying, sitting in class, and hustling until our brains exploded,
it was time for Magic Mondays, parties at Kritikers, and tipsies to get our brains unloaded.
Our course speakers, Anna and Maria, managed us through year one,
while Rupert and Felicite, thank you, carried on.
After getting lost in the TU buildings, consultancies by our ombudsperson were needed.
Theresa's tip to relax with a game of flunkyball was proven successful when Georgine succeeded.
The master thesis and the exams were quite a challenge.
The hours spent in the classroom, library, and on our desks provoked our work-life balance.
Our extraordinary group consists of 10 girls, of which 4 are named Anna, and 6 guys coming from 9 different nationalities.
The success we are celebrating today is because of all of our special and strong personalities.
Celebrating ourselves together, for example, at Lily's wedding, in Obertauer next to mountains and a bonfire.
We know that we will carry these collective memories until we retire.
Finally, we want to wish you all the best for your time ahead.
That the future of our world lies in the hands of our generation is nothing new that needs to be said.
Thank you.
Good morning, also a warm welcome from my side, dear Ambassador Brix, dear families, dear administration, but first and foremost, dear colleagues, dear friends. Congratulations, we made it. My name is Maria Blomenhofer and I have the honor to have been chosen twice to represent you during the first year as a co-speaker and during the second year as your DASI Vice President. Now I am grateful to have been asked to say a couple of words. Thank you for your trust. First, I would like to thank the professors for putting up with us, our families and friends for providing us with support and hugs whenever we need it, and the administration for facilitating our transition to the real world by training our endurance and stress levels. Finally, we have successfully reached the pinnacle of our academic journey. For the past 2 years, we submitted our life to the DA and later to the TU. This intense program has shaped, inspired, and challenged us, introduced us to friends that we will cherish our whole life. Think about how far we've come during the last 2 years, individually and as a group. We've grown personally and in numbers. During the first year, Anna Tutner came to us. During the second year, Mark. And now Lillian provides us with the 17th member of our pitch cohort. We've been through a lot, honestly. We passed from miracle to dots, from free DA coffee to the coffee cart, where we probably left one whole tuition. And we crammed, on Mondays, we crammed a lot of knowledge in our heads, and every Thursday we tried to get rid of it. We fought for a meat-free Monday that lasted full 2 weeks, and we have been fighting for a nicer room than the gray room that we have been studying in. As I like for better words, it has been a hole. And so, well, at least we changed that environment as a first. Now we can change the environment of this world. As a cohort, I came to the DA to learn more about the environment, to be surrounded by people, and to actually fight for sustainability and for what is fair, which is exactly what I found here. Something you need to know about us is that we are quite determined to fight. Already during our studies, we started fighting for what is fair. For the last 2 years, we have tried to fight as a cohort for a study trip, but as this has been quite difficult, we took matters in our own hands, and thanks to Anna, we actually made it to have an unofficial study trip this weekend. We went to a small hut, so as you can see, when we find a problem, we manage it ourselves. And I am sure, yes, thank you. Thanks, Anna. This characteristic, this spirit of fighters, this endurance is what makes me proud to be part of the batch cohort. We are such a diverse group. We have so many people from so many political backgrounds, from so many different countries. We all studied something completely different, and I am proud to say that in our cohort, you always find somebody to talk to, and no matter what you say, no matter what you think, you won't be judged. So this is something I am very, very grateful for to have found here. When I look around, I see so many people eager to step into the world and to follow our dreams. Though we are a small cohort, we made ourselves get noticed at the DA. I'm sure we will just do the same out there in the real world. We left this university better than we found it, and with many friends next to us. Congratulations.
Dear Excellency, directors, dean, professors, colleagues, dear families and friends, we have made it. But what have we actually achieved? Are we done now, or are we just about to start? Special thanks to our families and loved ones. Many of us were supported by them, in particular in monetary terms, and thus made this graduation possible. But there are also some in our cohort who made sacrifices for the ETIA master's degree, ranging from working part-time parallel to the studies up to taking up financial debts. For this extra burden, these colleagues deserve our appreciation. So what will happen to us now? What will we do with the degree from this master's program? A program that has provided excellent content, lectured by competent professors, thanks to Mr. Puxbaum and Mr. Loibl. A program with the objective of bringing together environment and international relations. A program for equipping diplomacy with the tools to face the environmental crisis. And that's also a reason why it's important that in future this excellent study program gets the attention, a decent organizational structure, and a significant status it deserves. So again, back to my question. How will we end up with this degree? Will we also just simply continue to live a lifestyle as our parents did in the past? Building and constructing a new single-family house in some suburbs with a swimming pool and a big garage and 2 SUVs in it? Working as a manager for a multinational corporation, doing some greenwashing? Let's be honest, we have achieved nothing. It has just begun today. We now should take this responsibility and get to work. Thank you.
Dear Ambassador, dear academic directors, dear families and friends, dear professors, ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Thank you once more for honoring us with your presence and for the unwavering support you have demonstrated to us ever since this academic journey started. It was an immense honor for all of us to be selected for this program, ETIA, Environmental Technology and International Affairs. A program which brings together people from different sociocultural and academic backgrounds and combines political, legal, and historical subjects to tackle environmental issues. We've definitely chosen the best program. This inspiring program gave us the opportunity to address certain issues, among others, impeding environmental sustainability not only in our respective milieu, but also in other parts of the world. We clearly illustrated this issue in our master thesis by writing, for example, about issues such as textile waste management in Kenya, water resource management in the Lake Chad region, photovoltaic in Serbia and Montenegro, the sustainable management of green corridors in Europe, as well as the role of the EU taxonomy in energy transition and many others. From this different perspective, what next after ETIA? As Rupert earlier said, we have accomplished nothing. Now it is time for action. It is up to us all to apply our environmental expertise in our respective communities so that future generations can benefit and enjoy from a safe and healthy environment. With regards to this, let me conclude with Nelson Mandela's famous word: education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. Thank you for your attention, and long life ETIA.
So you learned a lot. It's a pleasure to end this ceremony and to be confident that you apply your skills in changing the future, hopefully in a much better way than it was in the past. Thank you for participating in this graduation ceremony. Thank you for the long-standing cooperation with the Vienna School of International Affairs. Thank you for the Best Paper Award from ARA. For the final announcement, we have photos before I close the ceremony officially over there, so I would invite all graduates to come to the front side of the seminar room. Thank you also very, very much for organizing the program, Diplomatic Vienna International Affairs, Vienna School of International Affairs, Diplomatische Akademie, Jenny and your team, and the team of TU Wien Academy for Continuing Education, Isabel, Sophie, for your activities in organizing this event and the program before. So you can now apply in a long-term way your new skills on sustainability or managing new technologies for designing a better future, in your words. But I think you learned also applying other skills for celebrating. You worked hard, you partied hard, I learned from your speeches. So I wish you success for the future, and I wish you a very nice afternoon and night for applying your celebration and party skills. Thank you very much.